Good morning everyone. Now we are going to learn the international equity markets. International equity market are an important platform for the global finance. They not only ensure the participation of the wide variety of the participants but also offer the global economies to prosperous. Right? It will be helpful for the overall world to create the prosperity because it involves the lots of fun and lots of parties for the investment purpose. To understand the importance of international equity markets, market valuation and turnover are important tool. You have to check it out how much valuation is there, how much turnover is done in the specified financial year. Moreover, we must also learn how these markets are composed and the elements that govern them. We also have to check it out how they are prepared, how they are composed. And now this is the market structure, trading practices and cost. The secondary equity markets provides the marketability and share valuation. It will be helpful for the valuing the shares available in the stock market. Investors or traders who purchase the share from the issuing company in the primary market may not desire to own them forever. Right? Whenever you are purchasing any kinds of the share, you will not will to maintain that shares for the permanent basis. Definitely you will sell them in the time where you are getting the profit from selling it. The secondary market permits the shareholder to reduce the ownership of unwanted shares. It will be helpful to you to sell the shares whenever some of the shares becomes unwanted and lets the purchasers to buy the stock. It will be helpful for both the activities, buying and selling. The secondary market consists of the brokers who represents the public buyers and seller. Most of the time these all the activities will be done by the brokers. There are two kinds of the orders, market order and limit order. Market order is traded at the best price available in the market, which is the market price. Market order मतलब માર્કેટમાં જે પ્રાઇસ એક્ઝિસ્ટિંગ હશે, જે બેસ્ટ ઇન્ટરેસ્ટમાં હશે પાર્ટીઝ માટે, that is the market order. Limit order is held in the limit order book until its desired price is obtained. Limit order मतलब એવો ઓર્ડર કે જે એક્ઝિસ્ટન્સમાં આવશે જ્યારે તમારો જે પ્રાઇસ હશે એ તમને સ્યુટેબલ હોય, ડિઝાયર્ડ પ્રાઇસથી અવેલેબલ હોય ત્યારે. It will be helpful to away from the market price that will be held in the limited period of time. There are many different designs for secondary markets. A secondary market is structured as a dealer market or an agency market. In a dealer market, again two types of the market is there. Dealer market, the broker takes the trade through the dealer. Right? Dealer will play a key role. Public traders do not directly trade with one another. In the dealer market, the over-the-counter market is a dealer market. Over-the-counter market you already learned in the previous semester. So whatever OTC kinds of the markets are there, they are the dealer market. In the agency market, the broker gets client's order via an agent. Agency market માં order કઈ રીતે circulate થશે? Through the agent. Right? Agent through a order ને formulate કરવામાં આવશે, format કરવામાં આવશે. And other names for the agents are official broker. Right? Agentના names કહી શકો તમે, official broker હોઈ શકે અથવા તો central broker. Not all the stock market system provide the continuous trading. For example, Paris Bourse was traditionally a call market where an agent gathers a batch of orders that are periodically executed throughout the trading day. Right? Continuous way માં trading નથી થતું, but periodically થાય છે. The major disadvantage of the call market is that the trader do not know the bid and ask quotation prior to the call. Bid and ask quotation ક્યારે ખ્યાલ આવશે? જ્યારે પણ call થશે ત્યારે જ. એ પહેલાં bid and ask price they cannot decide because it will be depends over the parties. Then there is a word crowd trading. It is a form of non-continuous trade. In crowd trading, in a trading ring, agent periodically announces the issue. Right? Time to time they are going to announce the issue. The traders then announce their bid and ask price. પછી ટ્રેડરનું કામ શું થશે? એ બંને પ્રાઇસ ડિસ્ક્લોઝ કરશે and look for the counterparts to trade. Unlike the call market, which has a common price for all the trades, several trades may occur at the different prices. Trading in the international equities. A greater global integration of capital market become apparent for the various reasons. It becomes the popular, it becomes the helpful because of the several reasons. First reason, investors understood the good effect of the international trade. Nowadays, each and every investors have got the idea of entering into the international trade, because ultimately it will be helpful for them only. Second, the prominent capital market got more liberalized through the elimination of the fixed trading commissions. It will eliminate the role of the fixed commission traders, right? જેનાથી શું થશે? They can liberally enter in any kinds of the business globally. Third, internet and information and communication technology facilitated efficient and fair trading in the international stock. It is helpful for the efficient and fair trading, right? કારણ કે ઇન્ટરનેશનલ વેમાં જ્યારે ટ્રાન્ઝેક્શન થતા હોય, they have to compulsorily maintain the fairness. And fourth, the MNCs understood the advantages of the sourcing the new capital internationally, right? They have come to know about the benefits or advantages of entering into the international market. Now one by one concepts are there. First concept is about the cross listing. So what about the cross listing? Cross listing refers to having the shares listed on one or more foreign exchanges, right? You are not listing in the only one, but you are listed with the more than one stock exchanges. In particular, MNCs do this generally, but non-MNCs also cross list. MNC તો જનરલી ક્રોસ લિસ્ટિંગ કરતું હોય, પણ જસ્ટ MNC જ નથી કરતું, નોન MNC પણ ઘણી વખત ક્રોસ લિસ્ટ કરે છે, મતલબ કે એક કરતાં વધારે સ્ટોક માર્કેટમાં એન્ટર થાય છે. A firm may decide to cross list its shares for the following reasons. Now we have to learn why many of the companies choose to cross list their shares, right? એમના ઘણા બધા reasons છે. First, cross listing provides the way to expand the investors base, thus potentially increasing its demand in the new market, right? cross listing થયું હશે તો તમારા જે શેર્સ હશે એની ડિમાન્ડ નવા માર્કેટમાં ઇન્ક્રીઝ થશે, right? So it is widen your scope. Second, cross listing offers the recognition of the company in the new capital market, thus allowing the firm to source the new equity or debt capital from the local investors, right? You can create the fund from the different local parties. It will be helpful for creating the more new funds, new equity funds, debt funds for the company. Then cross listing offers more investors. International portfolio diversification is possible for the investors when they trade on their own stock exchange, right? It is also helpful to creating the new investors, right? ઘણા બધા નવા ઇન્વેસ્ટર માર્કેટમાં એન્ટર થઈ શકશે because of the cross listing. It may be seen as a signal to investors that improve the corporate governance is imminent, right? Corporate governance मतलब કે જે કંઈ રૂલ્સ રેગ્યુલેશન્સ છે એ પ્રોપરલી ફોલો થાય છે એનું પણ એક સિગ્નલ છે. તો જ તમે એક કરતાં વધારે સ્ટોક માર્કેટમાં એનલિસ્ટ થઈ શકો. Cross listing diminishes the probability of the hostile takeover over the firm via the broader investor base formed for the firm share. હવે ક્રોસ લિસ્ટિંગ હશે એટલે તમારા શેર હોલ્ડર એકદમ સ્કેટર્ડ થઈ જશે, રાઈટ? એ કોઈ એક એરિયામાં અવેલેબલ નહીં હોય, એટલે જે હોસ્ટાઇલ ટેક ઓવરનો જે ફિયર હતો ઇટ વિલ બી એલિમિનેટ ઓવર હિયર બીકોઝ ઓફ ધ ક્રોસ લિસ્ટિંગ. Then second is Yankee stock offering. In 1990s, many international companies, including the Latin Americans, have listed their stock on the US exchanges to prime market for the future Yankee stock offering. Right? In 1990, that is the direct sale of the new equity capital to the US public investor. A offering માં શું થાય છે? Direct sale થશે, direct offer થશે publicને. One of the reason is the pressure for privatization of the companies. એનું main reason છે privatization માટેનું pressure. Another reason is the rapid growth in the economics. The third reason is the expected large demand, right? જે કંઈ પણ large demand ત્યાં create થયેલી expected large demand for the new capital after the NAFTA has been approved, right? NAFTA approved થયેલું એના પછી સ્ટોક માર્કેટની એ ડ્યુરેશનમાં સ્ટોકની ડિમાન્ડ વધતી ગયેલી, રાઈટ. સો ઓબ્વિયસલી તમારે સ્ટોકની ડિમાન્ડ વધતી જતી હોય, એને સેટિસ્ફાઈ કરવાની થતી હોય, તો જો તમે ટ્રેડિશનલ વેમાં અથવા તો એ જે એનો ફોર્મ જે કંઈ પણ ટ્રેડિશનલ ફોર્મ છે, રાઈટ, એના વાઇઝ જશો તો ઇટ વિલ ટેક ટાઈમ. બટ એના બદલે ડાયરેક્ટલી તમે સ્ટોક ઓફર કરી દો છો કોને, તમારા જનરલ પબ્લિકને, તો એ વધારે હેલ્પફુલ થશે. સો દેટ ઇઝ ધ અનધર રીઝન ઓવર હિયર. Then American Depository Receipts. ADR is the receipt that has a number of foreign shares remaining on the deposit with the US depository custodians in the issuer's home market. The bank is transfer agent for the ADR that are traded in the United States exchanges or the OTC market. Through the bank, American Deposit Receipt ADRs, right, circulate thase. Then that is the two types of the ADRs are there. બે એમના types છે, sponsored and unsponsored. Sponsored ADR means are created by the bank after the request of the foreign company. કોઈ કંપની બેંકને રિક્વેસ્ટ કરે અને પછી એને ક્રિએટ કરે, that is sponsored ADR. The sponsoring bank offers the lots of services including investment information, right, જે કંઈ પણ ઇન્વેસ્ટમેન્ટ ઇન્ફોર્મેશન હશે એ એમને પ્રોવાઈડ કરશે. And the annual report translation is there. Sponsored ADRs are listed on the US stock exchanges, stock markets. New ADR issue must be sponsored, right. Then second, unsponsored ADR are generally created on the request of the US investment banking firms without any direct participation of the foreign issuing firm, right. અહીંયા ફોરેન કંપનીનું કંઈ ઇન્વોલ્વમેન્ટ નથી. જે કંઈ પણ યુએસના લોકલ પબ્લિક હશે, લોકલ પાર્ટીઝ હશે, એ જ બેંકને રિક્વેસ્ટ કરે છે ઇસ્યુ કરવા માટે ADR, that is the unsponsored ADR. ADR offers the various investment advantages. These are, first one, it is denominated in terms of the dollar, which is widely used currency. Trade on the US stock exchange and can be purchased through the investor's regular broker. This is easier than purchasing and trading in the US stock by entering the US exchange. Dividends received on the shares are issued in the dollar by the custodian and paid to the ADR investor. કસ્ટોડિયન દ્વારા ઇસ્યુ થશે અને પે થશે ADR ઇન્વેસ્ટરને. એન્ડ ધ કરન્સી કન્વર્ઝન ઇઝ નોટ રિક્વાયર્ડ, રાઈટ. અહીંયા એ તમારે માથાકૂટમાં પડવાની જરૂર નથી. ADR ટ્રેડ્સ ક્લિયર ઇન ધ 3 business days as to the US equities. Only 3 days it will be clear, whereas settlement of the underlying stock vary in the other countries. ADR prices quotes are in the US dollar. ADR ની પ્રાઇસ પણ શેમાં quote થશે, ડોલરના ટર્મ્સમાં, જેથી કરીને કન્વર્ઝનની કંઈ માથાકૂટ નથી. ADRs are registered securities and they offer the protection of the ownership rights. Most other underlying stocks are bearer securities, right. It is the registered securities, so you can trust over them fully. And ADR can be sold by trading the ADR and another investor in the US stock market. Shares can also be sold in the local market. ADRs frequently represents the set of underlying shares, and this will allow the ADR to trade in the price range meant for the US investor. And finally, ADR owners can provide the instruction to the depository bank to vote the right. It will be also helpful to create the voting rights. Then fourth one is global registered shares, GRS, right. Means what? The GRS are the shares that are traded globally, unlike the ADR that are the receipt of the bank deposit of the home market shares and that are traded on the foreign market, right. Shares કયા છે, હોમ માર્કેટ શેરના ટ્રેડિંગ ક્યાં થશે, ફોરેનમાં. The GRS, global registered shares, are fully transferable. GRS purchased on one exchange and can be sold in the another. That is also possible over here. They usually trade in both US dollars and euros. અહીંયા બે કરન્સીમાં ટ્રેડિંગ થશે, ડોલરમાં અને યુરોમાં. The main advantage of GRS over the ADR કરતાં અહીંયા મેઇન બેનિફિટ એ થશે that all the shareholders have equal status and the direct voting rights. The main disadvantage is that the cost of establishing the global registrar and the clearing facility. બે કોસ્ટ વધી જશે. એક તો કન્વર્ઝનનું થોડું કોસ્ટલી થઈ જશે, કરન્સી કન્વર્ઝનનું, અને રજિસ્ટ્રારના ગ્લોબલ રજિસ્ટ્રાર તમારે અપોઇન્ટ કરવા પડશે, ક્લિયરિંગ ફેસિલિટીઝમાં એન્ટર થવું પડશે. સો ઇટ વિલ બી લિટલ બિટ costly for you. But many of the companies nowadays opt for the GRS also instead of the ADR. Then factors affecting the international equity returns. First kinds of the factors are macroeconomic factors. Solnik 1984, name of the person, examined the effect of the exchange rate fluctuations, interest rate differences, domestic interest rate, change in the domestic inflation expectation, right? These all the factors examined at that time. He found that the international monetary variables had only weak influence on the equity returns. Esprem 1989 stated that the fluctuations in the industrial production, employment, import, interest rates and the inflation measures affect the small portion of the equity return. That these all are the macroeconomic factors. Second important factor, exchange rates. Elder and Simon in 1986 tested the sample of foreign equity and bond index return to the exchange rate changes. They found that the exchange rate change generally had a variability of the foreign bond indexes than foreign equity indexes. But however, some foreign equity markets were more vulnerable matlab changeable to the exchange rate changes than the foreign bond markets. Then industrial structure role in 1992 concluded that the industrial structure of the company was the important in explaining the significant part of the correlation structure of the international equity index return. That is very important factor to create the correlation between the industrial structure and the equity market. In contrast, Yoon and Resnick 1984 found that the correlation structure of international security returns could be better estimated by recognized country factors rather than the industry factors. Right? એમણે શું ફોકસ કરેલું કે તમારે કોરિલેશનનું ફેક્ટર ચેક કરવું હોય તો કન્ટ્રી ફેક્ટર્સ તમને વધારે હેલ્પફુલ થશે, કન્ટ્રી લેવલના, ન કે ઇન્ડસ્ટ્રી લેવલના ફેક્ટર. Heston and Ruwester in 1994 stated that the industrial structure explained very little of the cross-sectional differences in the country returns volatility, and that is the correlation between the country indices is the most completely due to the country-specific sources of the variation. Then next topic is about the GDR, Global Depository Receipt. GDR equity shares are denominated in the terms of dollar and tradable on the stock exchange in the Europe or the USA. For example, a GDR of $100 may comprise of the two equity shares of the $50 each, amounting to the whatever the prevailing exchange rate is. Right? GDR Global Depository Receipts માં શું થશે કે જો GDR ની value $100 હશે, so you can purchase the two equity shares with the $50 each, જેના price $50 હોય એ, પછી exchange rate ગમે તે હોય એ. અહીંયા તમારે કન્વર્ઝનમાં જવાનું થતું નથી because it is acceptable globally. That's why its name is the GDR, Global Depository Receipts. What are the main features of the GDR? It represents a certain number of equity shares denominated in the dollar terms. Again, dollar terms ma acceptable thase, denominated thase. The issuer collects the proceeds in the foreign currency. જે કંઈ પ્રોસીડ્સ થશે એ ફોરેન કરન્સીમાં થશે. They are traded on the stock exchange of the Europe and USA mainly. Funds are raised from the foreign capital market of the USA and Europe. All the shares to be issued are deposited with the intermediary called the depository. જે કંઈ પણ ફંડ કલેક્ટ કરવાનું છે, ડિપોઝિટ કરવાનું છે, એ કોણ મેન્ટેન કરવાનું છે? ડિપોઝિટરી. And it will be located in the listing country. The depository issues the receipt against these kinds of the shares. Each receipt has a fixed number of the shares, usually 2 to 4. And finally, the share issued to the depository may be in the physical possession of the another. And that you also have to check it out where the physical possession lies. Then intermediary called the custodian. જે intermediary હશે, that will be known as a custodian, who will act as a depositor's agent. Custodian मतलब એ કોણ હશે? Depositor નો agent. Equity shares registered in in the name of depository are then issued in form of GDR to the investors of the foreign country. GDR does not appear in the books of the issuing company, but ADR and GDR holders do not have any kinds of the voting rights and therefore not bound by the strict definitions of the foreign ownership, right? એમને કોઈ વોટિંગ રાઇટ્સ નથી મળતા, એટલે એ સ્ટ્રિક્ટ ડેફિનેશનમાં પણ નથી આવતા. ટુ વે ફંજિબિલિટી, રાઈટ? ફંજિબિલિટી મતલબ જે રીતે લિક્વિડિટી હોય કોઈ સિક્યુરિટી ટુ કેશ, એવી રીતે ફંજિબિલિટી મતલબ સિક્યુરિટી ટુ કેશ, કેશ ટુ સિક્યુરિટી. Two-way fungibility is permitted in the GDR, whereby they are freely convertible into the shares and back to the GDR. અહીંયા fungibility મતલબ shares to GDR, GDR to shares, without restrictions to the extent of the original issue size. The issue of the GDR is governed by international laws. Generally kaya law applicable thase? International law. Since GDR is also denominated in the rupee, hence GDR does not carry any exchange risk and its face value is protected against the exchange risk. GDRs are listed at the Luxembourg and traded at the two other stock exchanges, namely mainly આ stock exchanges માં trading થાય છે. OTC market in the London and in the USA by private placement. NRIs and foreign residents can also buy the GDR by using their regular share trading account. Then American Depository Receipt, devised in the late 1920s to help the Americans invest in the overseas securities. The main reason of introducing the ADRs were the complexities involved in buying the shares in foreign countries, right? Main આનું intention શું હતું ઇશ્યુ કરવાનું, જે કંઈ પણ શેર્સ પરચેસ કરવા હોય ફોરેન કન્ટ્રીઝમાં, એમાં જે કમ્પ્લેક્સિટીઝ જનરેટ થતી હતી એ and the difficulties associated with trading these different prices and currency values. So here the GDR versus ADR is there is not much difference between the two. Few of the differences include GDR can be issued in the USA and other European countries, and it is listed on the stock exchanges of the USA and Luxembourg, whereas ADRs are denominated in the US dollar only and issued in the traded on the USA stock exchange only and only. Procedural requirements for the GDR or ADR: legal and accounting due diligence on the issuer in lines of the GAAP, that is generally accepted accounting principles, accepted in the US. That you have to check it out, right? And proper due diligence થવું જોઈએ. Authorization by the shareholders, application for listing the additional shares on the Indian stock market, filing કરવાનું છે. Facilities and arrangement of the legal and accounting due diligence on the issuer. Then approval of the FIPB, that is Foreign Investment Promotion Board. And like ADR and GDR, there are the other depository receipts depending on the country where it is issued. Euro equity issued in European countries is called the European depository receipts. Euro debt raised in form of the bonds. Debt raise થાય છે, issue થાય છે, but બોન્ડના ફોર્મમાં from the international capital complying to regulations of the respective country, that is Euro debt. Types of the Euro debt: external commercial borrowing, then foreign currency convertible bonds, foreign currency exchangeable bonds, and Euro bonds itself. So that's it for your international equity markets.